Israel's new $1 billion laser shield just made Iranian missiles obsolete. For over 2 decades, Israel and Gaza have been trapped in an unending war, abductions, blockades, and more than 10,000 missiles crossing their borders. Each strike reignites a conflict with no end in sight. Now, Israel has unveiled a weapon once thought impossible, born from science fiction and perfected in silence. It strikes at the speed of light, intercepting almost every threat within seconds. What is this invisible shield, and could it change the future of war forever? Join us as we uncover the creation of the world's first true laser weapon.
On April 13, 2024, Iran unleashed a storm. Over 300 drones and missiles rained down on Israel, while Hezbollah fired dozens of rockets at IDF positions in the Golan Heights. Israeli defenses intercepted most of the threats, yet a few missiles broke through, leaving craters near Tel Aviv, damaging vehicles and injuring civilians, proving that even Israel's world-leading air defense was not infallible. This was not the first time Iran had displayed its missile power. On the night of October 1, 2022, more than 180 missiles struck Israel in retaliation for airstrikes on Hezbollah. Israel's systems intercepted most, but fragments still caused injuries and destruction. The cycle of attack and counterattack escalated dramatically on June 13, 2025. In a pre-dawn offensive, the Israeli Defense Forces struck Iran's military and nuclear infrastructure with unmatched precision. Over 200 fighter jets delivered more than 330 munitions to nearly 100 strategic sites, including key nuclear facilities. Within minutes, 30 generals and 9 nuclear scientists were killed. Iran retaliated almost immediately. Under Operation True Promise 3, hundreds of drones and missiles swarmed Israeli and U.S. positions, causing heavy damage across Tel Aviv and Ramat Gan as Israel's air defenses struggled against the overwhelming barrage. In the days that followed, the conflict deepened. Israeli strikes targeted missile storage sites, nuclear research centers, and air bases across Iran in an effort to deplete its arsenal. At the same time, Iranian forces launched repeated barrages that pushed Israel's defenses to their limit. Civilians and infrastructure bore the brunt of the assault as Yemen's Houthis joined the offensive, striking central Israel. Between June 16 and June 21, the cycle of destruction reached its peak. Israeli airstrikes dismantled missile launchers and drone regiments, while Iranian missiles continued to test Israel's defenses. Hospitals, schools, and homes were caught in the crossfire, leaving hundreds injured and dozens dead. Israel's multi-layered defenses held, but experts warned they could not hold forever. Then the United States intervened, bringing the 12 days war to an abrupt end. Amid the chaos, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei issued a chilling warning. Any further Israeli attack would be met with a response far harsher than anything seen before. Now, as the region waits in uneasy silence, one question remains. If Iran follows through, how devastating could the next wave be?
According to a 2021 report by the Missile Threat Project at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, Tehran, the capital of Iran, is home to one of the largest missile arsenals in the Middle East. Though the precise number of weapons remains uncertain, U.S. Air Force General Kenneth McKenzie revealed to Congress in 2023 that Iran possesses over 3,000 ballistic missiles. As confirmed by the Iran Watch Project under the Wisconsin Project on Nuclear Arms Control, to many defense analysts, that number is not merely impressive, it is alarming. The danger lies not just in quantity, but in capability. Ballistic missiles travel along a high-arcing path that takes them near or beyond the edge of Earth's atmosphere before releasing their warheads. Once detached, the warhead plunges toward its target at extreme velocity, making interception nearly impossible. The result is a weapon designed not just for range, but for impact, both physical and psychological. Recent footage verified by defense analysts suggests that Iran has already begun deploying these ballistic missiles in real combat. Experts believe the weapons used in recent strikes against Israel were part of the Shahab-3 series, a liquid-fueled ballistic missile developed by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The Shahab-3 is modeled on North Korea's Nodong missiles, but with distinct Iranian modifications. It can strike targets between 800 and 1,000 kilometers away, capable of reaching deep into enemy territory. Its accuracy, once estimated within 2,500 meters, has improved through the years of refinement. In the early 2000s, Iran invested heavily in enhancing the Shahab's precision and payload capacity, exploring ways to equip it with a potential nuclear warhead. By 2019, the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency had identified the Shahab-3 as the backbone of Iran's medium-range ballistic missile program. Iran, according to that report, could produce as many as 70 units per year, a figure that shows its growing self-sufficiency in weapons manufacturing. Yet, the Shahab-3 is far from the end of the story. In the years that followed, Iran unveiled newer and more advanced variants designed to surpass the Shahab's capabilities. Among them are the Gad, the Fateh 111, and the Imad, each engineered with enhanced range, precision, and maneuverability. The Gad stands out as one of Iran's most formidable developments. It boasts a range of up to 2,000 kilometers, extending the country's reach far beyond its borders. Derived from the Shahab-3A, it features a liquid-fueled first stage combined with a solid-fueled second stage, a design that significantly increases distance and reduces launch time. Experts believe the Ghadr series could lay the foundation for Iran's ambitions in both anti-satellite weaponry and intermediate-range ballistic missile systems. The missile comes in several variants: the Sidr-Sur with a range of 1,350 kilometers, the Qadr-H extending to 1,650, and the Qadr-F capable of nearly 2,000 kilometers. Each carries a warhead weighing between 650 and 1,000 kilograms. Measuring roughly 16 meters in length and weighing up to 17 tons, the Ghadr series is heavier, faster, and far more agile than its predecessor. One of its greatest advantages is speed of deployment. While the older Shahab-3 required several hours to prepare for launch, the Ghadr can be readied in under 30 minutes, a critical difference in the calculus of modern warfare. For years, the United States has urged Iran to halt production of such weapons, warning that their design allows for potential nuclear warhead delivery. But Iran has stood firm, bolstered by Moscow's backing. Iran's former foreign minister, Javad Zarif, insisted that since Iran does not possess nuclear weapons, its missiles are purely conventional. Yet skepticism remains strong, especially following the discovery of Iran's secret nuclear archive, evidence suggesting ambitions that extend beyond traditional warfare. While the Gad and Shahab series dominate the long-range category, the Fateh 110 represents a different kind of threat, with a shorter range but far greater precision. Compact, mobile, and adaptable, the Fateh has become a symbol of Iran's rapid innovation in missile technology. This missile's design is distinctive. It features 3 sets of fins, including large stabilizers near the exhaust, triangular fins above them, and 4 smaller movable fins at the front, which enable agile in-flight maneuvering. It is road mobile and can be launched from several transporter erector launchers, including models based on Mercedes-Benz 6x6 trucks and adapted Zilzal rocket carriers. One variant can even deploy 2 missiles at once, reflecting Iran's focus on versatility and speed. Since its first generation with a range of 200 kilometers, the Fateh 110 has undergone several upgrades. The second generation extended its reach to 250 kilometers, while the third improved both range and accuracy to 300 kilometers. By the fourth generation, Iran's tests showed consistent success, signaling a leap in reliability and rapid deployment capability. The Fateh platform has also served as the foundation for multiple variants. A Syrian version, the M600, is believed to have been transferred to Hezbollah. Within Iran's own forces, 2 specialized models emerged: the Hormuz-1, designed to target radar installations, and the Hormuz-2, built for anti-ship missions. Another variant, the Zulfiqar Basir, became Iran's first tactical ballistic missile capable of being used beyond its borders. With a range of 700 kilometers and a proper ballistic trajectory, it marked Iran's growing confidence in operational precision. Complementing this evolution was the Fateh Mobeen guidance system, an infrared imaging kit that drastically improved targeting accuracy. Then came the Fateh 360, also known as the BM-120, a smaller, more agile weapon, only 4 meters long, weighing just over a ton and carrying a 150-kilogram warhead. Guided by satellite navigation, it can reach speeds exceeding 5,000 kilometers per hour by impact, with a range of up to 100 kilometers. But among all these designs, one missile stands as the centerpiece of Iran's next-generation arsenal, the Imad. Announced as a long-range weapon, the Imad was described by Iranian Defense Minister Hussein Dekgan as the first Iranian missile capable of precise guidance from launch to impact. Tehran insists the Imad, like all its missiles, is conventional and not intended for nuclear use. The United States, however, viewed its test as a potential violation of UN Resolution 1929, since the missile was inherently capable of carrying a nuclear payload. Analysts believe the Imad is not an entirely new design, but a refined re-entry vehicle mounted atop an existing Shahab-3 or Gutter missile. Its aerodynamic improvements granted greater stability and accuracy, while reports from Janes suggest it can carry heavier payloads than earlier models. According to the Center for Strategic Studies and International Studies, the Imad can strike targets up to 1,700 kilometers away with an accuracy radius of about 500 meters, carrying up to 750 kilograms of explosives. In January 2021, Iran claimed to have successfully tested an anti-ship version of the Imad during its Great Prophet 15 military drills. The missile, Iran said, struck a naval target more than 1,800 kilometers away. U.S. sources reported that several missiles landed roughly 160 kilometers from an American aircraft carrier, close enough to provoke serious concern. However, many analysts doubted Iran's ability to guide such a missile to a moving target over that distance. Despite skepticism, Iran's progress was undeniable. By 2023, its arsenal of short and medium-range missiles had drawn global attention. But it was on November 6th of that year that Iran's missile program made history. A Gutter 110 missile launched from Yemen by Houthi forces and directed toward Israel was intercepted by Israel's Arrow 3 defense system while still in space. It marked the first recorded instance of combat beyond Earth's atmosphere. For Israel, it was a victory, but for the rest of the world, it was a warning. That interception raised urgent questions about the future of warfare. If a single missile could force an engagement outside Earth's atmosphere, what would happen during a full-scale confrontation with Iran's complete arsenal? An arsenal of thousands.